Hey YouTubers, this is Cyberdyne24 here to do another installment on the Husqvarna 350 chainsaw. Today I just received quite a few parts. I received the clutch cover. I received the air filter for the carburetor. And I also received a big bore kit for it, which includes the piston, cylinder base, decompression valve, gasket, spark plug, circlips, the piston rings, and pretty much everything. I mean, it was a pretty decent price. The only problem with this piston and cylinder kit is that it's the non-Nickel coated, so it's chrome, which means that the life on this is not as long comparing it to a nickel coated and also an OEM part. But when you figure is when OEM piston and cylinders run you about $219. I mean, if I was gonna use this on a quite a consistent basis, then yeah, I would go for the OEM part. But since I'm going to use this for things here and there, it's not really necessary to go waste my money and buy that when I can pretty much get the big bore kit, which would be just as good as the which is pretty much better because it's a larger size cylinder, gives you a little bit more power to it, plus also in combination with the non-rev ignition coil, it's actually gonna be really nice. Unfortunately, one thing I did not know was that the actual piston, piston cylinder itself, that well, yeah, one thing I noticed was that there wasn't any needle bearing with it, which is an important part of assembly of the piston and cylinder. I was really hoping to get that installed, but unfortunately I really can't until I can get the actual needle bearing in. The only thing I can really do now is install this new base that comes with it. I'd rather install this than reuse the previous base. Actually, you know what? I'm actually just going to use the OEM base on it. Because kind of figure since that's an OEM part, that's one less thing I really have to worry about. But as you can see right here, this is the actual cylinder itself. It's really nice, larger size bore. As you can see from the inside, it's chrome plated, exhaust port, intake. As you can see right here, these two empty spots are actually these are actually enlarged expansion ports, which gives better flow, which will then increase which gives it that big bore displacement. It gives the bigger displacement because with the larger expansion ports, it's going to equal to a better saw. As you can see right here, this is how the aftermarket piston and cylinder is going to fit. Now I picked up this particular part from H&L Supply, company based in Florida. As you can see, here is the piston right here. Looks pretty nice. It's definitely quite a bit smaller than my 394, which that is a 54 or 56 millimeter piston. But yeah, pretty much as soon as I get the ring bearing, the needle bearing for it, I am going to get this thing I'm gonna get this baby installed. Which I really can't wait for. You know, get that, throw that on there, and just really get this thing going. As you can see, originally this was a single ring, but this is actually a dual ring now, because it's a larger engine displacement. Also came with the actual covers for the larger expansion ports, the circlips, piston rings, plus also as these are the screws that actually go to the larger expansion ports, which also includes gaskets for those, and also cylinder head bolts. But unfortunately, I already got cylinder head bolts for it, so it's not that big of a deal. And of course, also I got a decompression valve, which is nice because I rather have a new one than the stock one on it. You know, pretty much, you know, the decompression valve just goes in to this particular slot right here. Not all the way tightened, but as you can see, this is where it is. It's pretty much going to sit like this. So other than pretty much the needle bearing for this, one screw for the handlebar, and then another screw for the top cover, the muffler, and the bar and chain. This thing is actually almost complete. Hopefully I'll be getting those other parts in within about 5 to 7 days, and then I'm going to actually start getting serious and actually make some more videos on installation of the piston and cylinder. Installation of the piston and cylinder, and also the reinstallation of the carburetor and everything like that. Oh yeah, that's another thing. Hose clamp for that.